Good morning, everyone. I know it's about 4:20 in the morning here today as I record this, but I wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way now. Um, I am not wearing the implant right now. I'm not going to put it on for another probably hour. So today, as promised, I'm going to give a brief progress report. First of all, I was going to do this on Wednesday, but I decided just to go ahead and do it now. Wednesday will be 1 month since the implant was activated and 2 months since surgery. And, I still remember like it was yesterday, going into the hospital early on the morning of August 30th, before sunrise, actually, and being very nervous about what was about to happen, and knowing that I was going to wake up without hearing in the right ear. It's because of how bad my hearing loss has become. That's why. Some people have some natural hearing left when they wake up. Some don't. Everybody's results are different. For me, I knew I was going to go deaf going in. And, I still remember, crying on the way to the operating room, and whatever, when I was being wheeled away, and taking it really hard. Giving my right hearing aid to my parents, as I knew I was not going to wear it again. And then, of course, a month later, when the implant was activated, which there's a video of that on this channel if you would like it, if you'd like to watch it. I'll be honest with you. I realize that it has only been a month, but it feels like, to me, it feels like I'm not making a lot of progress. But what I am beginning to notice is that as I listen to audiobooks, I'm getting better at picking out words. It's still hit or miss a lot, but I'm beginning to comprehend words again. The robotic sound is still there. I've heard that it takes a while for that to go away. But when I look back on this, I don't, I know that I had to do it. I know it was necessary. I'll admit it, a part of me misses being able to hear naturally even with hearing aids in the right ear. But at the same time, with the implant, I'm hearing things that I have not heard in a very long time. I'm understanding different frequencies, different pitch frequencies better than I was before. And it's kind of nice. Right now it feels weird because, my brain is more used to hearing aids. And so last week I started watching NFL Red Zone again. That was something that I always loved to do in the past, was watch Red Zone every Sunday afternoon. And so it's different watching it with both the implant and the hearing aid in at the same time, but it's not bad, actually. It's, the hearing aid right now is compensating for what I can't hear with the implant. But I just know that I have to keep working at it. It's something that I just have to keep doing. I have another mapping session on November the 15th, where we're going to do a hearing test. And we're going to do a hearing test, and we're also going to we're going to determine where to go from here. So that'll be that. It was a very good weekend. I will say that much. It was a very restful weekend. you know, because I am in the most unpleasant part of learning how to use an implant, I do have permission from my audiologist to basically, as long as I wear it for 8 to 10 hours a day, she said it was okay for me to take off the implant sometimes if I want to listen to something comfortably. And I will admit that music is still completely incomprehensible through the implant, and I know that will take time because these were designed for speech first, and so you can listen to music with implants, but it's hard initially. For me, it's I can't handle music through the implant right now because it's very it's just a hum that can't be discerned at all. It's just it's like an AM radio with bad interference, basically, but without the static. I can barely understand a word of music, and I can't understand. And I know that when you get these implants, you miss out. You don't hear a lot of the harmonics that you want that come with natural hearing in music, and there are things that you miss out on. And I knew that going in, so it wasn't a surprise to me. But I wasn't expecting it to be as crazy as this. Where I can't even discern lyrics through the implant. But like I said, I'm allowed to use the hearing aid with the implant pretty much all the time if I want, unless I am doing specific listening practice exercises. And that's one thing that I take at least an hour a day to listen to an audiobook through just the implant. On the weekends, I do more. During the week, I do an hour per day, which my doctor's okay with. And then on the weekends, I do more listening practice. And then I do more than an hour. On Saturday, I actually did it for like 8 hours, where I just listened to an audiobook through the implant. Yesterday, I did it for about 3 hours before tuning into NFL Red Zone. And like I said, NFL Red Zone is somewhat tolerable because Scott Hansen speaks very clearly, and I'm grateful for that. And the hearing aid compensates and for what I can't hear through the implant. But it is still a very weird feeling. Everything sounds very robotic through that implant right now. And like I said, it was to be expected. So I don't have any hard feelings. I was not conned into getting an implant or anything like that. I knew going in what was probably going to happen. So this isn't something that I was not misled or anything like that. I knew that I didn't have any choice but to get an implant. And I'm going to have to get my left ear implanted at some point. Right now we're aiming for summer 2025, but it really depends on my response to this one. That's the main thing. Because once you get an implant, you can't go back. So it's that's how that goes. But anyway, I don't really have a lot to report as much as progress goes, apart from my slowly beginning to discern words again. The key word is slowly. I realize that it's going to be 3 to 6 months before I really start getting results. And, I know that. Right now, everything is just a jumble. And speech is difficult and stuff like that. And I do have the stronger magnet. I can't remember if I talked about that in... I think I did talk about that in one of my videos, where they were giving me a magnet that has a stronger attraction to the magnet in my skull, and it actually and I do have that now, and it is so much better. So I don't think I'm going to do weekly implant updates anymore. I think it's going to probably be every 2 weeks. Because right now there really isn't a lot to discuss as far as progress, apart from, my audiobook thing. I am, like I said, I am still allowed to use the hearing aid. And I do when I am at work. I have to. I'm not at the level where I can work with my assistant completely through the implant. I'm not even close to that. But apparently, new data is showing that you don't that you can start using your hearing aid with the implant right away, which is what I'd been doing. The original plan was for me to only use the implant for 6 weeks, but apparently some new studies have shown that even if you use the hearing aid, your results will be the same. And so the important thing that I'm doing right now is doing listening practice whenever I can. I do it for an hour a day during the week, like I said, and then I do more on the weekends. Saturday or Friday afternoon, I did 2 hours. Saturday, I did 8, and Sunday, I did 3. And all the audiobooks that I'm doing listening practice with, I have read before, so it's not, I'm not comfortable doing new material right now. I realize I will probably get there, but I'm not quite there yet. But anyway, I want to, again, thank everybody for their support throughout this whole thing. And throughout this transition, I know I'm not done yet. I've got a very long way to go as I get used to the implant. So I just have to keep pressing on. And I have to keep using it, keep listening with it and stuff like that in order to get used to having one. So anyway, that is it from me for now. I hope that all of you have a wonderful week. I will be back on Friday with another general chat. I can't believe I had to turn the heat on when I woke up this morning. And yes, I am up early. I was up I was up about 2:45 this morning. I was actually up fairly early. I'm having to get up earlier than normal now anyway because of my use of paratransit instead of Uber. And I have to be ready and outside by 6 a.m. And I'm one of those people that is very slow when it comes to waking up. So, I tend to get up earlier. I've got coffee cooling down in there in the kitchen and whatever. But anyway, I hope that all of you have a wonderful week. And like I said, I think what I'm going to do is switch to implant updates every 2 weeks. Or maybe 3. It depends. But the implant progress reports will become a little bit less frequent. So anyhow, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. And I will see all of you next time. Have a wonderful week.